Maybe back in the day, like Beanie Babies.
Hello.
This Beanie Baby right here.
I loved the hair. Lori, our brilliant head of the hair department, like created this bob with the chunky blonde highlights, which I think is unexpected. And she brought such a life to the character with that choice.
Love the fashion, love the landlines, you know? No mobile phones. I think it's hard to make this kind of movie with phones and tracking devices and stuff. So I love that a lot of the drama plays out over the landline.
Our stunt coordinator is a woman my size, which is pretty rare. Most of the time stunt coordinators are like tall, big guys.
Yeah.
And her assistant was a tall, big guy. And so it was perfect because they would kind of demonstrate, and then CJ, who plays one of the goons, the one that I fight, we would mimic them, and they were the exact height ratio and everything. And so it's kind of like learning choreography. It's definitely very precise, but the color shade of red that both CJ and I turn is really funny. I was watching it and I was like, oh my God, that rosacea.
Like, how do they do that?
Oh no, just because we're actually like pushing against each other on the thing. And so you have to like really,
right, it's real.
The rosacea just like flying out, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I am actually totally a Marion. I think I related to her sort of sensitivity and having kind of a big, easily bruised heart that she's like very protective of, and she's cozy. She wants to just like cuddle up with a book and go birding. I think I also want to do that.
She brought out like the kind of little sister to older brother side of me where you're just like, at a certain point I've hit my limit and I have to fight back. Suki gets there much faster than I did growing up, but you know, you do learn to be scrappy when you're surrounded by men, and I think like, you know, she's a female cop in the 90s. I'm really not as angry or as abrasive, but it was really fun to play.
Great question.
I never have. Have you?
Surely. Like vintage designer stuff. It's not crazy. Maybe back in the day, like Beanie Babies.
Hello.
This Beanie Baby right here.